So thank you guys for hopping on the Unstoppable Misfits team call. I wanted to say a big welcome to Reese and Ashley for jumping on their very first one. Yay! I'm really excited to be ending the year with so many amazing coaches because I'm really excited for 2017 and I'm still excited for what 2016 has to bring to us. So I'm ready to get this party started. And just to let you guys know, I know a couple of you guys know this, we are going to do a team-wide push to Emerald group. And Reese and Ashley, you may not know what being Emerald is. It's basically your first promotion in the business. It's when you have 2 coaches on your team. So it's a push to Emerald group for anybody that wants to be a part of it. If you have coaches that want to be a part of it, it's going to be team-wide. We are going to be starting it this Thursday. The group will be up and running on Wednesday, just to give you a heads up. So as of right now, we are going to do the live power hour. And what I want you guys to always remember to have this checklist. If you don't have this checklist, there's some version of a checklist that you follow. Like the Coach Online Office has a business activity tracker, which to me, it's not as fun. It's only like one color. I need color. I need like bubbly hearts or writings and, like all that fun stuff that makes me want to do it, I guess. But they are in the file section. I send them in the welcome email to my new coaches. So you guys already have them. They're in the file section in the training group and also in the big team page. So it basically tells you what you should be doing on a daily and then weekly and then monthly as a coach. So it's a good tracking system for you to be aware of what you're doing and when you're doing. And if you seem like there's something's not working, you could look at your checklist and be like, oh, well, I haven't, shared anything about my story all week long. Right? So I'm not connecting with people, or I haven't done my workouts all week long. So no wonder I'm not like making progress, so it's a good way to measure your tracking or to track what you're doing. Okay. So one thing that I want everyone to remember is success does not come from results. It comes from the actions that you do to get the results. Right? So I don't want you to think that you have to wait to celebrate until you hit your first big milestone. I want you to celebrate every small success. If tomorrow is your first time you have a focused power hour and you're not distracted by Facebook, you're not distracted by, I don't know, Real Housewives or whatever that's on TV, whatever it is, if you followed your meal plan, your 21-day fix, and you followed it for a week, celebrate that. Don't wait until you lose 10 pounds. Don't wait until you lose 100 pounds. Celebrate every small success and make sure that you know that you're rewarding yourself like they are successes, right? So the action steps that you do on a daily basis are going to get you the results that you want, but you can't just wait to get the results to celebrate. So you have to celebrate those successes or the actions. One of the biggest things about being a Beachbody coach, and I know all of you guys are aware of being added to groups, right? Without your consent. Like how many lipstick and fingernail polish and legging groups have you been added to? Not knocking leggings here or any of the above, but I'm just saying, like, you are added to a plethora of groups every single day, right? And usually people aren't like, hey, girl, do you like leggings? And 99% of us are going to be like, yes, I really love leggings, okay? But they don't do that. They just add you to their groups. We don't do that. As a Beachbody coach, we don't just add you to a group because we don't know. We don't know what you're like. We don't know what you want. We don't know your needs, your struggles, anything like that. So it's so important for us to develop that connection and reach out to people and be real. We are a relationship company. We change lives, but you can't develop that connection with people unless you're real, unless you're you and you're honest and you're humble. And it kind of helps being vulnerable. Like you have to have, I'm going to be honest, being vulnerable is one of the hardest things as being a Beachbody coach. Because when you're showing up and being seen on social media, anyone and anywhere can say something, right? And we're always fearing the negative comments. But I promise you, as soon as you let go of that fear, You're going to see how many people you're actually helping instead of, you know, the one person that shows up like every other week that has something negative to say, right? When you think about leading with love and creating that post, it's helping people, it's inspiring people, it's motivating other people. You're not so worried about this one person that doesn't like your Nikes or whatever they have funky to say, right? You're like, I don't even care about you anymore. But so one of the main things that we do on a daily basis is add to our social media. We want to make friends. This is a relationship building company. How many of you guys have Instagram? Okay. I'm going, good crowd. So I'm going to let you guys know my favorite way of making friends is on Instagram. Because I'm not one of those people that send random friend requests. It feels weird to me. Like I have to make something up like, hey, I like your profile photo. You want to be my friend? And then they give me a thumbs up and I have no idea where to go from there. Like it's weird for everybody. Don't do it. It's just funky. So on Instagram, however, they use these things called hashtags, which you can look up things that are related to you. You know, maybe you're a mama 4. You could type in the hashtag mama 4. Maybe you're a cat lover. Maybe you like mermaids. Maybe you like country music. Whatever it is that you like, you can search in Instagram in the hashtags and you can find a plethora of people in the same genre as you, right? So if you are a country music lover and you type in that hashtag, you can see all these people that love country music. Or if you're a cat lover or a mama 4 or a boy mom or whatever, you go in and you automatically have a connection with them, right? And so you go in and you search them and you check them out. So this is what I do. So we're actually doing some action steps here. We're going to spend 5 minutes and we're going to go on Instagram. So first I want you to write down a couple of hashtags that you can search that represent you. Who are you? Like think of the things that you like to do. If you have any like health issues, autoimmune issues, Hashimoto's, thyroidism, anxiety, depression, anything like that that you know could be relatable to other people. If you like shopping and you have a specific store you like to shop at, or anything that has to do with your relationships or your family or your career or anything like that, just write a couple of hashtags down. It'll be good, I promise. Okay. So, and just to let you guys know, at any time, go ahead. If you have a question, you could go ahead and unmute yourself, or you could even write in the chat box if you guys have a question. Because this is a free-for-all. You don't have to wait until I'm done talking or whatever. Okay. So now after you have a few of your hashtags written down, I want you to open your Instagram. And apparently, like I spilled something sticky on my phone. It's weird. Oh, okay. I opened my Instagram and I don't know if any of you guys have tried Halo Top. It's like the good for you ice cream. I know it has sugar, alcohol in it. But it's good. It's and so I'm gonna put ice cream lover as another one of my hashtags because let's be real here. I am an ice cream lover. Okay. So I want you guys to go to the magnifying glass and start typing in the hashtags that you wrote down. And then as soon as you do, click on, hopefully you guys have better service than I do right now. And then just search. I don't want you to be fake about it. Like if you don't connect with someone, don't like their photo. Don't comment on their stuff. But you know firsthand if you're going to connect with them by their photo, right? So I'm typing in dog mama. I'm going to look at, oh my God, look at this cute dog. Oh my gosh. Like I just instantly connect because I love fur babies, you know, like they're just like my children anyways. See, Ashley, she could do cat mama over here, but you know what, you get it. So you're going to go in and you're going to automatically connect with these people because you have something shared in common, right? So go in, like, comment on their stuff. Some people use this rule. It's called 5-3-5-3-1. Do 5 likes, 3 comments, and 1 follow. I don't do that because to me, it doesn't seem, I just feel forced to add 3 comments. Like I feel like I'm being forced to do something. So me, I just follow my heart. And if I want to do 2 comments, if I want to do 5 comments or whatever. So just go in and, you know, you could open someone's page and you could see, oh my gosh, she has a coffee mug that says dog mom. That's like the cutest thing. And you go in and you're like, ah, dang it. She's a Beachbody coach. That's cool. That's okay too. But you can go in and if you ever follow someone else, I want you to write their name down. So always track, because basically they're like your new friend. So we're going to spend 5 minutes doing this. Every time my timer goes off, it always makes me jump. Oh, and one thing that I suggest, if you guys have a kitchen timer, they're really good to use for your power hour. So you could designate how many times you spend doing something. I splurged a little on Amazon and get this legit bomb timer. It was like, I don't know, $9 or something. But a kitchen timer works really good. Some people use their phone as a timer. But see, if you're anything like me, I get distracted. If I'm using my phone as a timer, I'm like, oh, look, someone texted me. Oh, look, who's on Instagram. Oh, look at this. So if you want to have a focused power hour, remove your phone from the equation unless you're using it to do work. Okay, so we spent 5 minutes adding people or connecting with people on social media. And it was just Instagram. Like I said, it's easier and it feels more comfortable when you're doing it on Instagram than Facebook. If you find a way to do it comfortably on Facebook and you don't feel like a creepy stalker, maybe you could do a team call about how you could send random friend requests and not feel weird about yourself. But so now we're going to spend 5 minutes doing CCQs. So CCQ stands for comment, compliment, question. Oh, I just blew Reese's mind. She's like, what? So comment, compliment, question. So you're going to go into Facebook on the wall, your main wall, and you're going to scroll because let's be honest, we all scroll. So you're going to go and you're going to see any post that catch your eye, and you're going to add a comment, a compliment, or a question, depending on what it is. Like if Ashley posts a picture of her and her friends and they're all wearing funny glasses, you could be like, oh my God, girl, you guys look like you're having such a good time. That's a way of reaching out and connecting with them, right? So you're letting them know that you're aware of them. So some people do it as a personal message. You could send them a personal message based on what their post was, or you can send it directly on the post. Whichever way you want to do works either way. So we're going to spend the next 5 minutes doing CCQs. And write their names down too on your tracking sheet, on a piece of paper. If you're a software girl, we could talk more about software programs and stuff. I am not a software girl. Everything's handwritten. I don't know. I'm a weirdo like that, I guess. But just make sure that you write their names down. So if you are a software girl, you use Teamsy or Act or whatever, you can implement them or you could plug them in later. Okay. So we're going to stop right there. I had to end mine. Katie, holy cow. I just seen your progress photos, girl. You were looking freaking awesome. Sorry. I know that you posted it a while ago, but you look freaking incredible. I had to tell you that. So you were one of my CCQs, not, I had to do it. Okay. So, I want to tell you guys something really quick. And I know some of you have already heard this before, but it's really important regardless of if you're meeting someone for the first time or if you've been friends with them on Facebook for a long time, when you connect with someone, constantly stay connected. Because when I add friends to my network, when I add friends on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, they're like my buddies, like legit, like people I want to hang out with, I want to get to know. Like I probably messaged you guys all for like the last 10, 15, not years, but for a long time, because you're my friends, you're my people. So I want you to feel that way when you're reaching out and you're connecting, whether you're reconnecting or connecting with people. I want you to realize like these are your friends. These are people that you want to be connected with. And you check in with your friends, right? Or your sisters or your mom, or, you check in with people because you care about them. So here's a reason why. And like this just solidifies the fact that it's really important to stay connected, to remain connected. So I was at this Beachbody meeting. It was called Super Saturday, and there was a guy coach, and he was talking about how he used to be a real estate agent, right? So his brother was in the market to buying a house, but because he wasn't in his brother's life every single day, he wasn't connecting with his brother. He was, he'd talk to him like every other, 3 weeks or so. His brother went and bought a house from someone else, because this real estate agent checked in on him. Hey, Ryan, how are you doing? Hey, you want to go grab coffee? Hey, looks like the kids are sick. Are they feeling any better? Things like that. And because of this person showing up every single day, he was like, this is who I want to work with. This is who I want to buy a house from, right? So it's not like you're reaching out and being like, okay, who wants to buy a challenge pack today? Who wants to be my next coach today, right? You're thinking, who could be my next friend? So you're connecting with people and you want to stay connected with them all the time. Because when that time does come that you're like, hey, I'm running my first challenge group or my 10th or the next challenge group or whatever, and I was wondering if you wanted to join me. These are my results. Would you like to partake in something that could get you results like this? But if you only pop in their life when you want them to join you, they're going to be like, who is this person? I don't know you. You're just reaching out to me because you want me to join something. And that's how people are going to feel. But if you're connecting with them every single day, when you ask them if they want to join you, maybe they're going to be ready to start their journey and maybe they're not. But if you stay connected in their life, when they are ready, they're going to remember who was there for them. Right? Like think of how many times you've been asked to do something, whether it was an It Works rep or a Beachbody coach or a challenge group or, whatever on social media. You said no because you weren't ready. But for whatever reason, you said yes when you were ready to. Who did you say yes to? The person that was constantly in your life, right? You were connecting with that person and not just someone that says, hey, you look like you'd be a good coach. You want to join me? I mean, maybe you did. Maybe you did. But 9 times out of 10, it's because you're connected with a person that you talk to all the time, just like your best girlfriend, just like your sister, just like your mom, that connection that you have. So it's so important when you write their name down, it's not just a name on a list. It's your new relationship. It's your new friendship. It's so hard. I say this all the time. For you guys that are new, you haven't heard this before, so I'm not, overstaying my welcome here. But it's really hard as an adult woman to make friends. Am I right? Like I say this, like you used to go to the playground when you were in like 5th grade. You'd walk away with like a handful of new besties. Like, oh my God, tomorrow we're all going to wear jean jackets and we're all like the best friends and blah, 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 right? Well, it's not like you can go to the grocery store this day and age and be like walking away, pushing the same exact stuff in your shopping cart. Like, oh my God, these are my best friends. We're going to the mall tomorrow. You can't do that. But on social media, the crazy thing about social media, and especially Instagram, that's my love, is you can find these connections with women and you can talk to them and you can get to know them. And you're like, oh my gosh, I love this girl. I can't wait to message her today. I can't wait to pop on social media and see what she's posting about. It's so silly how it works, but I'm telling you, if you want to meet friends, this is a place to be. You don't have to do like match.com for friends or whatever. I don't even know if that actually exists. Teresa's like, what? Wait, they have that? But it's a great tool to use to expand your friendship. And remember, these are friends. These are people that you want to have relationships with forever. You know, these friends, the people that I write down, the people that I just wrote down today, these are going to be my friends regardless of if they buy a challenge pack from me, if they sign up as a coach from me, if they want to do anything with me, until they block me or, you know, delete me, whatever, they're my friends. And I'm going to be checking in on them just because they're my friends. And that's what I do. So that's my little spiel there. Okay. So another thing that you guys do, and we're not going to spend time doing this right now, but I do want you to write this down to be aware of what you're doing in your power hours. So one part of your power hour should be checking in with your challenge group. And I'm going to add, for those of you that are brand spanking new, we are starting a new challenge group this month, and it's through the My Challenge Tracker app. So basically, it's a place to hold yourself accountable. You check in with your workout. You check in with your nutrition. You check in with your Shakeology. And you're honest. Everybody is in there. I'm going to be honest here. All of our challenge groups are all women. I'm not going to lie. They're all women. It's not like we don't shun men. It's just all of us pretty much work better with the ladies, and we get each other's struggles and things. So you check in. Everyone's in there to reach their own goals, but everyone needs support, right? You know, if someone's having a bad day, you check in and you're like, hey, you know what? Dust your shoulders off and try again tomorrow, or you tried your best today. If you're having a rough day, be honest in that group, because there's going to be a group full of women that are going to have your back, regardless of if they're your coach or if they know you or not. That's the great thing about these challenge groups, because they keep you accountable and keep you going forward. So on your power hour, check in. Spend 2 minutes every day checking in your challenge group. This is what I did. This is how I felt. That's it. And then you could spend a little time commenting and giving people like good job, or if someone's struggling, give them a little pep talk. And then okay, so another thing that I want to be very important for you guys is checking out the Coach Online Office. I'm going to be honest, and for the first 6 months of me being a coach, I was terrified of it. I was like, there's too much stuff going on. I don't know about all this. It was intimidating to me. But I wish that I would have looked in the online office at all that there is to offer. There's so much stuff back there. Yes, it's a little overwhelming at first, but take 5 minutes every single day. Just browse through it. There's product training guides, so you get to research what different programs are, what different products are, so you're actually comfortable when people come up to you and they're like, hey, Reese, tell me about this Shakeology, or hey, Ashley, tell me about this 21-day fix. And you're like, I don't know, it works. I don't know. This way you're more comfortable and confident talking about it. And so you feel better, and you don't, you're not just brushing them off, or you don't like vomit of the mouth, like a plethora of words like sometimes I do. I mean, let's be honest here, but spend some time back there. And then there's all other sorts of things back there too. You could track your coaches, you can track your customers, you could do their tracking on their packages, your direct deposit, which I suggest y'all set up. It's in the welcome email. Oh, yeah, good. And all that stuff. So yeah, you could keep check in there frequently. And also the breaking news, it's on the right-hand side of your Coach Online Office, and it will tell you about promotions. It will tell you about any contests that they have coming up, all that good stuff. Also, you can take a few minutes and check in with team pages. I know that one of the most despised thing once becoming a coach is your notifications never shut off. So I suggest turning your notifications off on your Facebook app. You'll thank me later. And then because you're going to have coaches getting welcomed all day long, you're going to have people checking in the team pages with questions and comments and stuff. And yes, they're good for you to come in and check out, but I don't want any of you guys to ever think that it's an obligation that you need to be reading every single post, every single time something's posted. Like I said, yes, things are good to know in there, but it can be a time suck, just like running through the main Facebook wall. You get sucked in that Facebook vortex, and then next thing you know, an hour and a half has passed, and you're like, I just burnt my dinner. I don't know what I'm doing with my life now. Oh my gosh, dang you, Facebook. So make sure that you just stick to the designated time and shut off your app. Shut off your app or your notifications on all your apps. It will be a huge lifesaver, I promise you. Okay. Another thing, how many of you guys actually, I'm going to say actually work. We all work. Beachbody coaching is working too. So how many of you guys work outside of coaching? Okay. So one thing, or have children. Or both. Oh my gosh. Yes. Like all the hands and all the legs, right? Okay. So a lot of the times, one of the things that I suggest doing is start posting 3 to 5 times a day on social media. And I'm going to give you guys the breakdown of what kind of things you should be posting. So the first post should be something motivational, whether it's a quote, something that you're reading, how you felt. Maybe it's a selfie, or, maybe it's your children or something that motivates you. But share some motivation. The second is your journey. Maybe it's your workout photo, a workout video. Maybe it's some part of your journey, like a Transformation Tuesday or a Throwback Thursday photo. Something sharing your journey, sharing your story, sharing your struggle, sharing your successes. The third should be a lifestyle post. Who are you? Are you a mom? Do you have fur babies? Do you make jewelry? What other things do you have to offer, right? Because you're not just a Beachbody coach now. You're not just a mom. You're not just a cat owner. You're not just an employee. You have so much to offer, and all these parts of your life can help you connect with other people. You can share other parts of your story about if you struggle with an autoimmune disease or other things, if you struggle with some health issues, if you struggle with co-parenting, that's a big struggle with families, right? You could talk about all these things that are incorporated in your life, and that's where connections are going to be made as well. And if you do multiple, those are the 3 necessities that you should be posting daily. Number 4 is a free post. So a lot of the times I'm very goofy kind of person. So I post like the most random funny quotes, or I post about shit my kid says, because that's funny too. Like anything that is going to help people connect with you. It's a free post. Anything that you want to do, right? It's another form of relating to people. Okay, one of the things, if you guys go follow my girl Katie Lewis, she has like the cutest animals. Her dog is like this big white bulldog, and he's so freaking cute. But her cat Stewie is an a-hole, and he lays like in the most awkward places. And she always posts his photos everywhere. Like he's in her Shakeology box or her Tupperware, and his face, he's just like, F you, mom. Like he doesn't even care. But it's funny because like people connect with that. Like especially cat lovers are like, oh my gosh, this girl, I need to check her out. Right? You have that connection. So when you post things that are opening up, not just saying like, hey, I work out all day, or I eat grilled chicken and sweet potatoes all day, you're opening that up to build those connections with all those people. So one of the things, the reason why I asked who actually works or who has children or does anything besides Beachbody coaching all day, it's because we get so busy, we sometimes forget to post. And I want to tell you about the importance of posting every single day and being consistent, because you build that traffic and people come to your page because they want to be motivated. They want to hear your story. They want to see what you're doing because you're building that connection with them. And then maybe one day you take off. Then the next day you take off and they're like, where's this person? Oh, maybe it was just a hobby. Maybe she wasn't that serious. And then they stop following you, or they don't feel that connection anymore. So you want to be consistent. It's very important. If all you could do is 2 posts a day, do 2 posts a day. Just be consistent in what you can do. Now, one of the reasons why, or the reason why I asked who's basically busy, is because I want you guys to plan your content if you're busy. So say Sunday is your rest day. Sunday's your lax day. You do your grocery shopping, you sit back and watch football or whatever you do. Write down a list of things that you can post about. I'm not saying that you need to be super detailed, but be like, okay, on Monday, I'm going to talk about this part of my story. I'm going to share this quote. I'm going to Google images real quick, save that photo. Okay, I'm going to post this. I'm going to talk about how I make jewelry. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about this other struggle. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then, or you don't even have to group them into days, but then when you're struggling and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm making lunch and I forgot to post today and it's already lunchtime, you can go to your list real quick and be like, oh, this is what I feel like talking about right now. I could post this. So you're not like sitting there racking your brain like, oh my gosh, I need to come up with a post right away. And then you can't because you're just like under pressure. But if you take something off a list that you already like did a brain dump on, it's easier to have that. And you can save them too, right? So anytime that you feel good about a post, screenshot it. Like any part of your story that you shared, screenshot it, save it for later. You can bring it up again. There's no shame in that game. Another, and I'm surprised that I did not start with this because I preached this to my coaches. I preached this on social media all day long. Personal development should be in your power hour too, if all you have is an hour to work your business. For me, my personal wellness is not in my power hour because I would be doing that regardless if I was a Beachbody coach or not. My personal wellness involves personal development and my workouts. That's me working on me for me. But it's helping everybody else because I'm the best version of me when I work on me, right? You can't pour from an empty cup. So if you only have an hour a day, cram 10 minutes of personal development in every day. And I suggest starting with it because what you put in your mind in the beginning of your day is what's going to come out when something happens. When ish hits the fan, when you get a flat tire, when something comes up. If you get up frantic and you're running around and you stub your toe and the coffee pot's not working, everything's going haywire, and then later on your boss calls you in and he's yelling at you and you just freak out. But if you wake up and you read personal development and it's helped growing your mindset, improving you, becoming a better you, then you're going to be more patient. You're going to be happier. You're going to be acknowledging the good things out of the day instead of focusing on all the negative. So do yourself a favor. This has nothing to do with me. So it's not like you're doing it for me. Do yourself a favor and start every day with personal development. In the new coach training group, I suggest getting a book called Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. It's basically a book that tells you how to start every day. It's a really freaking awesome book. And if none of you guys have read it, read it. You'll thank me later. But any form of PD, even meditation or anything that you could do to help you is a great form of PD, even podcasts or anything. But spend at least 10 minutes every single day reading personal development. And then being a product of the product, of course, that is basically you using the products, working on your own health and fitness journey. And I'm going to say this every single day, and I'm glad that we have some brand new coaches on here. Hey, Reese, I like your sweatshirt. Go Hawks. They just won yesterday. But always be a challenger. And I want you coaches that have been coaches for a long time to remember that too. Always be a challenger, because oftentimes when we're shooting for, we're shooting for income, or we're shooting for rank, or we're shooting for whatever, that we forget about our own personal wellness, and our nutrition goes out the window, or workouts go out the window, and all we're focused on is the business side of things. And then we're starting to get discouraged because we're losing our progress, we're losing our success. And where does that fall into? It falls into our business, because then we're getting discouraged within ourselves and we can't give the best of ourselves to other people. So no matter if you've been a coach for a day, a year, 10 years, never lose that challenger mindset. Always work on you first. That's very, very important. Don't ever forget it. because you are the most important person. I know a lot of us are moms and grandparents. You cannot give the best version of yourself unless you are the best version of yourself. And if you really love those people around you, you will see that. It's not a selfish thing to work on you. So remember that. Another thing is, I know there's a few new coaches on here, so maybe you don't have a full inbox yet. But when you guys are messaging people, I want you to be so focused on messages. This is so extremely important. I can't even stretch how important this is. So you are going to, and some of you have already, been aware of this. You are going to get messages from people that they share with you things that they don't even share with their best friends. And so when I say be focused with your messages, do not be distracted, because there are going to be times where people reach out to you after you're sharing your journey or you're reaching out to them. They're going to reach out to you and be like, they're going to pour their heart out to you, and they're going to need someone there to listen to them. So don't be like shopping with your girlfriends in the mall and checking your messages and be like, oh, she just sent me this. Sometimes they're really long. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes they're lengthy. And I don't want you to be like, oh, I'll read it later and put it to the side. They're going to see that you read it, right? Or you're going to give them like a short answer because you're doing the dishes and you're cooking dinner and you're doing this, this, and this, and this. I want you to be devoted and intentional about your messages and make time. And if you don't have time to check your messages, then hold off until you do. I promise you, because our relationships are the most important part of this business. And if people feel like you don't have time for them, they're not going to feel important, then they're not going to want to work with you. Regardless if it's for a free group or challenge group or coaching, whatever, they're not. Because anytime, and you all know this, I know that unfortunately we've all felt unimportant in someone's life before, because they did not make us feel like we were worth time, right? Like we all know what it's like when we're talking to a girlfriend and they're like this, right? They're like, oh yeah, what's up? What's up? Does this make you feel good right now? Does this make you feel good? No, it doesn't. It doesn't make you feel like you're getting paid attention to. Like what you are saying to them doesn't matter. So remember that when you're answering your messages, put your phone away, turn parenthood, turn binge watching on Netflix off for a little bit, and pay attention to who you're talking to. Because our business as a Beachbody coach, we change lives, but we can't change lives if we're not devoted and intentional in our conversations with people. Because that's how we build that true connection. That's how we build that safety net, that feeling that they can tell us anything, right? There's a reason why Beachbody coaches are told things that other people aren't even telling their best friends or their moms. Because they trust you, because they see you showing up every day on social media. They see you being vulnerable. But they need to also feel important too. They need to feel like they're comfortable when it comes to talking to you and opening up. You're going to hear some ish. It's not all good. I promise you, it's really tough to hear what a lot of people go through. But it's good because you know how to help them. We've all felt pain in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you can not relate to the exact pain, but you can relate to pain. Everyone knows what it's like to be in their deepest, darkest moment, right? And wherever you are, you want to get out of that. You want to help them get out of that. But you need to show up and you need to be 100% present in those conversations. So we're not going to go through our inbox right now, but I want you to make sure that you schedule designated time in your power hour of checking your inbox. Every day it's going to be different. Maybe one day you'll have one message. Maybe another day you'll have 10. Maybe you're going to have 100 and you're going to call me and be like, oh my God, I'm out of here. These are crazy. I don't know what's going on today. But designate some time for your messages and always start with the last message first. Like the oldest message. And if they comment right away, or if they respond right away, make sure that you go through all your messages before responding. Good side note. Tracy, you always got cute babes in your videos. All right. Oh, 7 minutes. Okay. T or Katie, did I forget anything? Or Tracy? Nope. Okay.
No.
Good. Does anyone have any questions so far?
I want to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you said Katie looks really great, and I agree. But fucking Tracy looks bomb. Holy shit. Did you see her before and after?
Did you post it today,
God.
Tracy? Oh, man.
Like, wow. Good job, girl.
I gotta see. I'm looking right now.
That's 80 plus pounds gone.
That's so awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look amazing.
Oh my God,
I
Tracy.
told you.
You don't even look like the same person anymore.
That was 2.5 years ago. That was when I started my first challenge pack.
Oh my gosh.
That's incredible.
Thank you. I worked my butt off. Literally.
Yeah. No, it's still there, but in a good way.
Looks good in jeans.
That's right. Amen to that. All right. So, like I said before, I was going to do this as like just the inviting power hour because a lot of people have a hard time with inviting. But because I had new coaches coming on, I didn't want it to be overwhelming, especially if you've never posted you're open for business or saying that you're a Beachbody coach, because I don't want you guys being set up on the wrong foot, as, seasoned coaches, we all know what it's like to either way in or to want to make a good first impression, if you will. And I didn't want to set you guys up for failure. So I didn't do the focus on just inviting. Yes, it's what people say is their frog, the thing that they least like to do. And I know seasoned coaches still have a hard time doing that. But I promise you, if you're consistent about inviting every single day, and what I mean by inviting, just getting people to join you on your journey. You don't have to be like, hey, have you ever considered becoming a Beachbody coach? Not until you're comfortable. That's things that I do because I'm comfortable enough to be like, I'm a Beachbody coach and there's nothing better than I'd rather do because it's the bomb.com job, okay? Just saying. Just throwing that out there. Not knocking any others, but just saying. But I want you to be comfortable in talking to people every day. And, you may not even lead to an invite. You may not ask them to join your free group or to join a challenge group right away. But just starting that connection, that relationship, it's going to lead to somewhere because they're going to be watching your journey. They're going to be checking you out. And I'm not going to lie. You're going to be drinking the Shakeology. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. You're hooked on it. You're doing the workouts. You're going to get so obsessed with your results that you're getting. You're going to be looking like Tracy and Katie like, hey, babe. When you fall in love with something, you can't help but to talk about it, right? You get a new pair of boots and you can't help but tell your friends like, oh my God, girl, look, I got these at Target and they were 40% off and they go with my leggings that I got from LuLaRoe and they go with my jeans and they go with this and this and this. It's not like you're trying to sell them your boots. You're just so excited about something that you fell in love with. And the same thing's going to happen with the programs that you're doing, with the Shakeology that you're doing, because you love how it makes you feel and you love the progress that you're getting from it. You're just going to be talking about it. So always be that energetic and that comfortable when you're talking about it. And then people are going to feel that energy. They're going to feel your aura and be like, oh my gosh, I need to do whatever you're doing because this energy you're throwing up everywhere is just crazy, amazing. Just say it. Just throwing that out there. So yeah, does anyone have any questions? No? Oh wait, my first hour of the day starts with PD. I might be on the roof with the rifle without it at some point. Yeah, don't do that, Tracy. But it has helped me with my anxiety and I'm a better person for it. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. Need to come up with some ideas for being a 40-something grandma raising a grandkid and not be icky. I'm sure you have a lot of things that you can come up with. What do you do if you don't get a response? Oh yes, if you don't get a response in messages, I would follow up. I said, I literally connect with people until they block me. Not that I've been blocked by a plethora of people or whatever, but I will follow up. If they don't check in with me, I'm like, hey girl, I will call people out. I'm like, I see you reading my message. I see you do that. But it's because I don't know, because I'm crazy and I don't know. Maybe people feel sorry for me and that's why they actually message me back. They're like, oh my God, this girl. Oh, okay. I hope that's not how I got you guys all on here. I'm kidding. Okay. So moving forward, I know Reese messaged me. She's like, Tuesday night or tonight? What is the team called? I'm sorry. So I know in the welcome email it says Tuesday night is the team calls. Last week and this week, they only changed to Monday. They're going to go back to Tuesday nights starting next week. Sorry, it's just a way I keep people on their toes, make sure that you guys are showing up. I'm just kidding. But so they are on Tuesday nights moving forward. And then this week we are starting the push to Emerald group. So if anyone wants to participate, let me know. I'm going to put a public post in the big team page for those that want in, and you can request to add because I'll put it up after I create the group. So if no one has any questions, I will stop the recording and then we will take our lovely selfie, which shows the count of, one thing I forgot to add. This is very crucial in your posts every day. So after you make your open for business, your coach post, talk about the fact that you're a coach every day. Some way, shape, or form. I'm not saying I'm a coach, join me, but I'm saying I'm a coach because of this, or I got to hang out with one of my challengers on a Zoom, or I did a team call with my team, and we're coaches, or whatever, something that says you're a coach every single day, and I'm going to tell you why. The first 2 years of me being a coach, I never talked about being a coach. Never once did I say something about me being a coach unless I was posting for a challenge group or a coaching opportunity. Do you know how many people messaged me, oh my God, girl, you inspired me to do 21 Day Fix. Oh my God, you inspired me to get Turbo Fire on Amazon. Oh my God, you inspired me to do this. And I'm like, but I'm a coach. And they're like, what? That's crazy. And I'm like, I failed. I failed as a coach because I was never sharing it with people and they didn't know. So talk about that you're a coach every day. Share your challengers' photos. Do recognition on your own, other coaches. You can share Tracy's results. You can share Katie's results. You can share your own. You could talk about how Beachbody has helped your mind shift change. You could talk about all sorts of things, but make sure that you're doing it frequently, consistently. So, okay. Had to throw that in there because didn't want to forget. Didn't want you guys to go 2 years without talking about a coach and just inspiring a shit ton of people and then not getting anything in return. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording.